created by MSC, which is me. And anyway, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to be talking fast because I'm a certified yapper, okay? If you watched my last video, you can't stop yapping. So we're going to try to go quickly. My problem is I have so many crochet things. I have them in a plastic tub drawer thing. I have them in a separate bag. I have them just like randomly strewn about. I'm gonna fix that and I'll show you how. So I found this most adorable cute pattern on Etsy. Hopefully you can see that. If you can't, it'll be linked anyway. Plus you'll see it because I'm gonna make it. So it's literally so cute. I'll give you an explanation whenever I make it. Anyway, let's show you the fabric. 1 second. This is what I'm thinking. Let me just get up actually and bring you closer. Okay, so now that we're closer, I'm gonna show you these cute little fabric pieces that I have. So this is the fabric that I'm thinking for the lining. This is what I love for the outside though. Hopefully you can see this one, and if you can't, I'll do it close up of all three that I'm thinking of because this one is just so cute. The little checkered plaid pattern. So anyway, let's get started. Unless I'm gonna do it close up, then you'll see. This is what I'm thinking for the main fabric, which you saw just in that clip. If you think about these, like these just like go together, okay? Like this is cute little, let me see if you can see, it might be kind of too bright. Do you see those little dots on it? Little polka dots. I think that's really cute because this has kind of like polka dots in the middle of the square. And so that's like so cute to me. So honestly, I think what I'm gonna end up doing is this and this. Lay them all out, cut them out, and then we'll be good to start sewing. You guys have to start with a good hearty press. So this project is quilted. So I have my batting here. Move that stuff over. And now I'm just trying to see if I want it to be single loft or if I want it to be double lofted. Love the idea of it being super cushiony and like a cloud. So I think I'm going to do double. And then we'll cut into it. Ooh, so cute. I love the batting, looks like a cloud. First of all, see how cute little Anya is right there. Okay, so tonight I probably won't sew anything. I just finished them as you saw in the last clip. All of these cute outside fabric details and then more lining details. All of this outside fabric. So there we go. And then we can sew this actually really quick, which is nice. After a long project, I find that like to get out of my rut, if I'm in a rut from a long project or I'm just feeling down or my long project didn't work out how I was like expecting it to, that doing this small, quick and easy project really helps me get back into it and get more excited about it. Hi, it's the next day and what I'm going to be doing today is it's quilting time. So come a little closer and I'll show you how I'm going to quilt it. I have two different ways I'm going to do it. So I'm planning on quilting it. Let me show you. I think I'm going to do these vertical quilted lines. This bottom panel though, I'm going to be doing crisscross diagonally. So I will mark that out and then I'll show you. You can use a walking foot if you'd like. If you don't know what a walking foot is, I will show you. Basically, a walking foot just has, you know, it has the presser feet on the bottom of the sewing machine whenever you're sewing, but a walking foot has presser feet on the top as well. So it's sandwiching it and moving it through. So it smushes those layers together to bring it through more and grabs it and pulls and grabs it and pulls with both ends instead of just one pushing up against the presser foot. It has two presser feet pushing together, if that makes sense. So it's just really good if you're doing through a lot of layers. So quilting, denim, all kinds of things like that. So that is what it looks like. And then I'm just gonna follow along, have some cute pink thread that I'm gonna use, follow along these lines, and then I'll show you how these lines just go away whenever you iron it. It's so great. All right, I'm here to tell you about thread. So the thread for my project, I actually have a couple different kinds. So with thread, you wanna make sure, so thread actually does have an expiration date, okay? If your thread is like years old, it deteriorates, okay, over time, as all natural fibers do. But every 3 to 5 years, you should be replacing your, I would say 5 years is even kind of crazy. So, which is fine. I'm just saying, you just want your garments to hold together as long as possible, and whenever thread is in that state and just staying stiff and whatever, it'll deteriorate anyway. With thread, you also want to have a good quality. I didn't realize this, but until I was in school, and your machine might have issues because you're using a bad thread. So in school, Gutermann, you've probably heard of Gutermann, it costs an arm and a leg. Also super tiny spools, it's hard to get bigger spools of Gutermann. But it is very good, they're good, best in the market Gutermann thread, okay? And I really only have this because it came in a pack. So I would say, if you're a beginner sewer and you have tons of smaller projects that you would like to work on, maybe you can get this, okay? It comes with all these different colors, and it's really great for smaller projects because you're not gonna run out of it and have to go and buy another one because it's a small project. Now, I would say that the one that I prefer using, which is definitely more affordable, is Dual Duty, okay? It's actually Coats and Clark. Coats and Clark Dual Duty, same thing. So you can get this. Now Joann's is gone, but now Michael's has actually taken over Joann's, and so you can get it at Michael's. I just went there the other day. They have Coats and Clark. I got some Coats and Clark. We also used in school. So this will not gunk up your machine. A lot of the time, like the reason why Gutermann is so good is because you can see their thread is not fraying on it. Some threads you pick up like serger threads. Serger threads are very fuzzy. That's why they're for sergers, because that's all of 4 of those threads linking together will be strong enough to do what you're needing to do. It doesn't need to be as strong as this thread. Does that make sense? So I would say Coats and Clark is my absolute favorite, and it's probably also more accessible. You can get Dual Duty Coats and Clark pretty much at any craft, sewing, quilting store. So you can get it online as well. So those are the threads that I recommend, and those are the threads I will be using. I've gone through kind of thinking which ones I'd want to do for this project. I was thinking this kind of hot pink because I thought that would be a cute pop because it does have those darker dots going through it. I think that'd be fun, but I also might want to preserve the coloring and kind of have that pop be just there and then just have the baby pink threads going through it to not be as like. So anyway, I guess you'll see in the next clip what I decide. But anyway, I just want to talk about thread really quick because some people don't know about thread, and it might be causing your machine troubles, and then you'll have to go and spend $180 to go and get your machine fixed, when really, hopefully, you can just get better thread and you won't have to go and get your machine fixed as much as often, I should say. So thread can actually cause a lot of problems, and I didn't know that before I started school. So my sewing part of school. So yeah, let's go ahead and start quilting. Right here is a walking foot. So they all attach differently, but the biggest difference is that, let me see if I can zoom in. The difference is that it has these teeth. You've seen those teeth on the bottom of your machine, and that is what you have, teeth coming from the bottom right here, and then you have these teeth coming down like that. And then it is taking the fabric and eating it and pushing it back. It's not eating it, but it's forcing it back from the bottom and the top, so it sandwiches it and then puts it that back. So they're just a little bit nicer for quilting. A lot of quilters use this foot. We're gonna go ahead and undo this. I'm gonna go ahead and get around like that. This bar right here is actually used to, you probably can see that, direct these feet. So I actually need to move this bar up so it goes on top of this bar right here. These wrap around like that, and then I'm gonna hold it and put the little screw back in. So the reason why that bar is so important is because it goes right here and it needs to be able to move up and down. You'll see that it moves like that whenever the machine's going. So anyway, that's why the bar needs to go up here. It can't just hang out down here or else it won't do anything. So you can at least see some of the lines, okay? And so what I'm gonna show you is what happens whenever I iron it. So now they're completely gone. Even put some steam on it, and then I'm gonna do this side too. And so all of those lines, oops, I made a little bit of a puckering on it, but all of those lines are completely gone. There's the other side too. Oh, that looks super cute. Okay, so something that I love about this pattern is actually, it's like the most genius part. So basically, I'm gonna sew down this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think on the other side I might do even wider. I might do a shorter pocket because I have all of my little stitch markers that I'd like to have access to, and my little tension ring, and I think that that'd be nice. So I used to keep all of them in here, all my little crochet hooks. Okay, what you can do, like I was saying earlier, is put them in like this. Oh my gosh. Let me put these ones down. It's the end of the night, and so I'm going to be stopping my sewing, but I did get it constructed for the most part. I just need to finish sewing on the bottom of it, but I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. But it's looking super cute, and I'm really excited. So you can kind of see the little ruffles on the inside and all of the different channels for my crochet hooks. Then I have some bigger pockets on this side. So yeah, it's really cute, and it actually has a lot of room in there. So that's where this is the outside fabric, so it's gonna have this fabric on the inside, but that's kind of the amount of room that I'll have to put my project in, which will be really nice. So I'm so excited. It's the next day, and I am going to be probably hand sewing the binding on, the bias binding on this bottom section. I pinned it all last night because I couldn't find these, but I just barely found them, and these are so amazing. I love these things. Sorry, you could hear me over like that. Anyway, these are quilting clips. You've probably seen them around. Maybe I can show you up close, and these you haven't, but I will clip it on here and I'll show you the difference between the pins and the clips. Like I'll clip halfway and then I'll show you. There you can see, because this makes it a lot easier to hand sew your bias, your bias tape, your bias binding. So just because the pins can get in the way a little bit, and you can just scooch these down a little bit, and it also like grabs it more, if that makes sense. I'll show you. It's actually been hours since I last filmed that clip. I took a nap, so now I'm eating pumpkin cheesecake, and now I actually will show you what it looks like with clips and with pins. You might be able to see it. I think you can. And I'm gonna finish my cheesecake first. Here's what it's looking like right now. So as you can see, so it actually allows me to grip a lot more, whereas with the pins are still doing the same job. It's just that, you know, were these pins to be doing anything thicker than this, they probably would bend. Whereas these are literally made for quilting. And so I'm so glad that I could find these little clips. They're definitely not necessary. You can obviously do pins, and pins would do the exact same job. I'm just showing you your options. You can totally get these clips. You can totally have pins. Either way, it's gonna get the job done. These are the clips. So let me see if I can put my hand behind it. Ones that you get at the store are going to be more expensive than the ones on Amazon, so I'll link them in the video too. So let's start sewing. For hand sewing, I have my beeswax, which is not necessary, but it is nice. Then I'm going to grab just thread. I think that'll really be enough. I'm going to run it through my beeswax. And get a little close up of this so you can see. Especially because I'm using pink thread, like pink thread that's so light that it looks like white, it's still going to be a bit hard to see. But anyway, I run it in there about 2-3 times. Then I just learned that it's better if you iron it after. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to pull my string through there. Basically, it just helps from keeping it get tangled and everything like that. Like you can see it kind of is stiffer now. I don't know if you can see that, but it is a bit stiffer now, which would be easier to hand sew with. So let's get hand sewing. I'm going to be doing a slip stitch, which there's tons of tutorials out there. I can give you one, but it might honestly be easier to look up someone else's. Okay, so to get started, I went ahead and I removed one of those because I'm gonna actually be inserting my hook into this little flap right here. Sorry, not my hook, but my needle. That way that hides my thread tails. So I'm gonna move that back. Insert that there. Perfect. Now I can put that back over. So anyway, I'm gonna do a little tiny prick stitch. You can kind of see it right there. I'm gonna let go like that, do the prick stitch, I'll pull that. Now I've connected it to the thing. I'm gonna go back into this little lip of fabric like that, and I'm sliding my needle across and going out like that. And then I'm gonna do another prick stitch. It really means you are picking up about 1 or 2 threads. It is a lot faster to do this. I'm like holding this in the air while doing it, so that's why it's a little bit difficult for me to maneuver it, but it's a lot easier if you're like have it resting on something. I swear it doesn't take me this long. And then I'm gonna go back up into the fabric, this little edge right here. slide it across and go out. And you also want to make sure that these little spaces where you are putting the thread through are about 1/4 of an inch apart. I think this one goes from here to here, that one goes from there to there. Another thing to remember, just as thinking about it, is that for your slip stitch you do want it to be a single thread. I can't remember if I said that or not, but a single thread will actually make it a lot cleaner of a stitch, and you might be worried about it coming undone, and of course there's always that possibility of your stitches coming undone even whenever they're machine stitched. But that's also why thread is so important, that you're getting new thread, that it's like good and able to, not good, but like a good quality, you know. That's why you want it to be the Gutermann, you want it to be Coats and Clark, because for it to have the strength that if you do this, it's not going to break easily. I can't pull this and break it without like really forcing it to break, you know. Whereas sometimes thread that is cheaper can just pull apart, which is what you don't want, because then, you know, if I was just tugging on this to pull my threads a little bit tighter, and then it would come undone, right? And so getting good quality thread will ensure that whenever you do a slip stitch, you can have it super neat, because it's only going to be one thread, it's not going to be two of them together or anything like that, and it's going to ensure a good look while also keeping it secure and safe and all of your seams good. So just thought I would say that too. You will get to a point where you can just do these little steps and you don't even have to like pull it through every time. Like I'm doing about 1 or 2 of these little rounds of, like, you know, I do a prick into the fabric, I go up into that little lip, I go over, I go out, and then I can even do another prick, go over the fabric, go out, and then pull all of those little stitches through. And so you won't need to do like the prick stitch, pull your thread through, and then go up into the fabric and pull your thread through, and then go out of the fabric and pull your thread through. Like, you'll be able to just do it all at once. So that also won't take as much time. So don't be afraid of like, oh my, it's gonna take me so long. I mean, hand stitching always does take longer, but it's kind of nice just to slow down. Like, I was really considering just machine doing this, you know, stitching in the ditch along here and just grabbing the lip of it, but it just looks so much cleaner. Like, I will show you the difference between my side seams being machine stitched versus me doing my hand stitches, and it's the world of a difference. It looks so much cleaner, even already, of me doing my hand stitching. So I will see you back whenever I'm done. This is the bottom of it, and so I've done my stitching all along, and it just looks so beautiful. Okay, it looks amazing, because compared to this, let's see this side, look at that. So sometimes the lips, it's hard to catch them, and see, I didn't even catch it fully because stitching along this top, you know, you fold it open, stitch it on the fold, and then you fold it over, right? So anyway, looks horrible. Doesn't look horrible, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but it just does not look as beautiful and as pretty as this bottom section. Okay guys, so the back is done. It's so cute. Sorry I didn't give any more updates just because I really wanted to lock in and just get it done. And so Anyway, it's done, it's super cute, and so now you'll have a little photo video montage, and you'll get to see it. So I'm so excited, and I'm excited this has been a long one. I really wanted to include lots of tutorials and really like the process of me sewing. I feel like I was really trying to do a lot of sewing in this video instead of a lot of talking, and so hopefully you enjoy that, and all of the techniques and different things like that. And so hopefully that was helpful if you're trying to follow along the pattern, if you want to do the pattern, and if you have kind of struggles with different little things like that. So anyway, I'm so excited, and so now you can go ahead and see the little montage of how cute it is. And so anyway, thanks for watching.